What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to another episode of a combat rig overview for Infinite Warfare. Once again, just a really quick recap, these are kind of like the specialist abilities with a few changes. You get to choose from one of 3 payloads for each combat rig, as well as one of 3 traits from each combat rig. Today, we're going to be covering the heavy infantry combat rig called Merc. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so Merc is focused on heavy defense and suppressive fire, and its first payload is Steel Dragon. Steel Dragon is a hipfire weapon that shoots a concentrated beam against multiple enemies and burns them down. Now I managed to get my hands on this one for a little bit at COD XP, and basically the best way to describe it is you don't need to be super precise with it because it is that hipfire weapon, but it doesn't kill like instantly like some of the other payloads that you'll see with other combat rigs. It does take a little bit of time to kill. I think you have to aim on them for like 2 or 3 hit markers or something like that. So it's not like a super instant kill weapon, but it is still quite powerful and still very capable of killing multiple enemies. This is great when you have enemies that are grouped up together as well. I find that's when it works best. For 1v1 situations, a lot of the times you're actually going to be outclassed by some of the other guns in the game. So it's not super powerful, but it is pretty easy to use and it will get you some kills sometimes. The next payload that we have to choose from for Merc is called Bolt Charge, and this equips you with an armored riot shield to penetrate enemy defenses or quickly take out opponents that stand in your way. We saw this one in the reveal trailer. I'm sure you guys all know what this one is, and it looks like it potentially can be very powerful, but at the same time, that was set up for the purpose of a trailer. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could jump out of the way and try to escape that shield. It will work best in choke points as well as small hallways like we saw it used in the trailer. I didn't use it myself because, I mean, it was pretty straightforward as to how it works, so I wanted to try some of the other stuff that we didn't really see. But I think this one has the potential to be a little bit annoying sometimes, because it is such an instant kill, and if you do get caught in one of those choke points, it seems like you just don't have a chance to survive this. Finally, for Merc's payloads, we have Reactive Armor, and this high voltage armor system vaporizes incoming small arms fire. This is basically kinetic armor from Black Ops 3. You activate it. It will prevent damage from bullets, but it doesn't seem like it prevents damage from explosives or heavy arms fire, whatever that might mean. So it's basically just going to be like kinetic armor from Black Ops 3, and I'm not too concerned by this one at all. My one question and my one hope is that headshots will still act the same way with kinetic armor in Black Ops 3, so if you see somebody using this reactive armor, you can just aim for the head and they'll just die normally, and your bullets won't just be vaporized by this shield. So those are the 3 payloads that we have to choose from for Merc. Now let's move on to the traits, and the first trait is called Infusion, and this one regenerates health faster. So this is basically just that ICU perk from Ghosts. When you take damage, normally there's a cooldown time of like 5 seconds or something, and then you start regenerating your health all the way up to full health, and this one just cuts that 5 seconds down to probably like 2.5 or 3 seconds, something along those lines, so you start regenerating a little bit faster. I'm definitely looking forward to using this trait, especially because the combat rig Phantom has a trait called Marked Target that is the reverse effect of this. So instead of you healing faster, when they shoot enemies, it takes them longer to regenerate health. So this will be the counter for that, and this is likely when I'm going to be using this most often if I'm noticing that the enemy team is using Phantom with Marked Target. Next up we have Man at Arms, and this one is a rig augmentation that allows for carrying heavier loads with minimal effort. Start with maximum ammo capacity and weapons don't impact movement. This one's a really interesting one and it definitely fits in with that heavy infantry style. So with this one, you start off with max ammo and also you don't get any movement penalties for carrying heavier guns. So normally in Call of Duty, something like an SMG or a pistol that's really lightweight allows you to move at 100% movement speed, whereas something like an LMG might slow you down to like 80%, or in Black Ops 3's case it was like 95% still, which was still really good. I don't think it'll be 95% in this game. So basically, you'll be able to run at the same speed as an SMG while carrying an LMG, and that's a really cool trait that I really like. Moving on to the final trait for Merc, we have Shockwave, and with this one, you press a button in midair to activate a devastating slam. So the boost slam from Advanced Warfare is back, but only if you're running this trait. So while you're in the air, you'll likely press what will be the crouch button or the slide button, and you will do that boost slam on an enemy that's able to kill them. I'm hoping they haven't really changed anything at all from the boost slam in Advanced Warfare. I was really missing that. That's one of my favorite aspects from Advanced Warfare is doing those boost slams. It's such a satisfying way to get a kill, and I'm glad they brought it back in some way. So there we have it. That's all the payloads and traits for the Merc combat rig. And once again, just like with every episode, I want to know what you guys are going to be choosing most often for a payload as well as a trait while using Merc. For me personally, I think I'm definitely going to be using Reactive Armor a lot, as well as Infusion. This will allow me to rush around very aggressively, challenge gunfights that I wouldn't normally challenge by popping that Reactive Armor, and also being able to heal up quickly and get back in the action as fast as possible. If you guys are interested in looking at some of the other combat rigs in Infinite Warfare, I will leave annotation links here on screen. Once those videos are uploaded, there will be a link that you can just click, so click the one you want to see next. Also, I will leave a link in the description to the playlist where I cover all of the combat rigs in Infinite Warfare. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.